Chapter 4. Success is your duty. One of the greatest turning points in my life occurred when I stopped casually waiting for success and instead started to approach it as a duty, obligation, and the responsibility. I literally began to see success as an ethical issue, a duty to my family, company, and the future, rather than as something that may or may not happen to me. I spent 17 years getting a formal education that was to prepare me for the world, and no one course and not one course was on a success. Not once did anyone talk to me about the importance of success, much less what I had to do in order to get it. Amazing years of education, information, hundreds of books, and time in classes and money. Yet I still missing the purpose. However, I was fortunate enough to have two distinct experiences in my life that served as a major wake-up call. My existence and the survival were being serious threatened in both ways. The first occurred when I was 25. My life was pitiful mess caused by the years of approaching life aimlessly, drifting with no real purpose or focus. I had no money, plenty of uncertainty, no direction, too much free time, and still hadn't made a commitment to approach success as an obligation. Had I not had this realization and got serious about my life, I don't think I would be alive today. And you don't need to grow old to die. I was dying at the age of 20 as a result of no direction and for no purpose. At that time, I couldn't hold a job, had surrounded myself with losers, was terminally hopeless, and if that weren't enough, using drugs and alcohol on the daily basis. Had I continued on without a series of wake-up calls, I would have continued to live in the mediocre existence at the best and probably much worse. I not committed to a life of success, I would not have identified my purpose and would have merely spent a lifetime fulfilling everyone else's purpose. Let's face it, there are plenty of people living mere existence, and I should know. At that time in my life, I was in a sales, and I treated it with a disdain. When I committed to sales as a career and then decided to do whatever I had to in order to become successful at selling, my life changed. My second awakening took place at the age of 50, when the economy was going through the biggest contraction since the Great Depression. Literally every aspect of my life was being put at a risk, as it was for billions of dollars, other individual companies, industries, and even entire economics. It became evident that almost overnight that my company was not powerful enough in its sector, and its further was now in jeopardy. Additionally, my financial well-being was being put in jeopardy. What others thought was a tremendous financial wealth was now in danger. As well as I remember turning on TV one day and hearing reports about how unemployment numbers were increasing. Wealth was being destroyed due to a stock market and the housing correction. Homes were being foreclosed on. Bank were shutting down, and the companies were being bailed out by the government. I realized then that I had to put my family and my companies and myself in the precarious situation, because I had started to rest of my laurel and had discontinued approaching success as my duty. Success as my duty. Obligation and the responsibility. I had lost my focus and purpose. At both of these pivotal point in my life, I woke up to the fact that success is important in order to have a full life. In the second case, I realized that greater quantities of success are necessary than most people calculate, and the continued pursuit of success should be approached not as a choice but as an absolute must. People must approach success in the same way that I did when I hadn't committed to it. They look at it as though it does not matter, like it's another option, like it's an option, or perhaps just something that only happens to other people. Others settle for just a little success, believing if they have little, everything will be all right. Treating success as an option is one of the major reasons why more people don't create it for themselves, and why most people don't even get close to living up their full potential. Ask yourself how close you are to your full capability. You might not like the answer very much. If you don't consider it your duty to live up to your full potential, then you simply want. If it does not become the ethical issue for you, then you won't feel obligated to fulfill your capacity. People don't approach the creation of success as must have obligation, do or die missions, got a habit, hungry dog on the back of meat truck, hungry dog on the back of meat truck mentality. Then they spend the rest of their life making excuses for why they didn't get it, and they and that is what happens when you consider success to be an alternative rather than the obligation. In my home, we consider success to be vital to our family future survival. My wife and I are on the same page with the thing. This we meet often to talk about why it is important and determine exactly what we have to do to keep secondary issue out of the way. I don't just mean success is a monetary term, but in every area, our marriage, health, religion, contribution to the community and future. Even long after we are gone, you have to approach the notion of success and the way good parents approach their duty to the children. It's an honor and obligation and a priority. Good parents will do whatever it takes to take care of their children. They will get up in the middle of the night to feed their baby, work as hard as they have in order to clothe and feed their children, fight for them, even put their life at a risk for protect them. This is the same way you must envision success.